Robinson's Land Corporation, one of the largest real estate developers in the Philippines and a subsidiary of the JG Summit Holdings Incorporated. Through the years, RLC has established a name in the real estate industry as it remains on top of the game in laying out the most well-designed and exceptional lifestyle spaces to the market. Its wide array of prime residential developments across the country has inspired many individuals to explore opportunities that provide a rewarding lifestyle experience. Being one of BCI Asia's top 10 property developers in the Philippines, RLC developments have been highly regarded by prestigious international and local property award-giving bodies. With close to 3 decades of experience in property development, RLC has made a legacy that is strongly associated with good value and high-quality developments that our employees, customers, business partners, and shareholders can be proud of. It has evolved into a property developer that continues to draw interesting blueprints of fresh concepts that go beyond the ordinary. Concepts that have the power to make lives anew. Concepts that create a sense of fulfillment to families, professionals, and young investors. In the years to come, RLC is envisioned to reach greater heights as it continues to expand its widespread portfolio of innovative developments that have made a big impact in the lives of Filipino families. We are RLC. Your dreams, our foundation.
Hi everyone! I am beyond excited to welcome you to episode 9, Designer Series of Meetups by RLC. My name is Heine Consina, your partner in this webisode. Have you ever been in awe of a beautiful living room? Or have you ever come across a bedroom, either in a magazine or in your newsfeed, that made you stop and stare? These designs have moved you and have undergone a process before it has evoked such feeling from you. Today, we will walk you through the design inspiration process to help you create a masterpiece from your own compact unit. Let us start this journey of making your space Instagram worthy. While you think that living in a compact space means that you have limited design options, it isn't always the case. There are actually a multitude of ways you can maximize your unit without sacrificing comfort and style. If you're not quite sure where and how to start, you are in luck. We have invited interior designers from well-known organizations to share with us expertise and best tips in designing your small space. But before that, I am giving you this moment to share away this episode so you and your friends can get the insider tips, and do not forget to like our page. This is the time. Click share. All right, joining us today live via Zoom call is none other than Mr. Mauro Nepomuceno. Hi sir, good day.
Hi, good day, Haina, and thank you for having me here today.
Sir, welcome to Meetups by RLC. We are very happy to have you here with us for our segment, and I'm really hoping that you are safe under the comforts of your home.
I'm glad to be here, and I hope everyone is staying safe as well.
Before we officially start our discussion for today, allow me to take this opportunity to share with all our viewers that Sir Mauro ranked top 7 in the interior design board exams, and he has 10 years of experience handling residential, commercial, and hospitality projects. And interior designer Mr. Mauro Nepomuceno was also commissioned to design the studio model unit for our project located in the East, the Sierra Valley Gardens, and the studio model unit of Robinson's Land project along C5 Road, Sink. And he is a principal designer of MN Design Studio, which he established in the year 2016. Once again, good day, sir. Sir, having worked with different clientele here in Robinson's Land, or Through your business, I am sure few of those are compact spaces and the client have reached out, especially because they have difficulty in designing the space. They dwell on the size restrictions or they would want to upcycle the old furniture, but it doesn't fit right on the space. Can you walk us through the process of how we create a vision for your compact space?
Okay, so this is a very interesting topic since not just condominium units, but interior spaces in general have been getting smaller and smaller in the past couple of years.
Yes, exactly, sir. And I believe many of our viewers can relate living in a small house.
Yeah, so with every project that we tackle that has size restrictions, especially with condo units, we always ask the same starting question to the client. What are your needs versus your wants?
Sir, can you elaborate further on this one? Because I think this is also the perfect time for our viewers exactly to know exactly what their needs when it comes to designing compact spaces.
Okay, so by identifying the needs, we can then properly proceed with creating a floor plan for a space. With any project, the floor plan will be the foundation from which we create the design. So this is a sample of a typical studio floor plan reflecting the needs of the client. Identifying the needs doesn't necessarily mean forgoing with your wants. It is
Yes,
just
I agree,
prioritizing what
sir.
should come first. So from the floor plan, we can then create three-dimensional studies for the clients. And I think the best way for our viewers to understand their process is to show them a sample study of a compact interior. The first study explores a scenario where a platform with a storage is installed. The whole platform serves as the bed, the reading, the lounge area, plus storage. The study makes the space very loungy, but it also makes the area feel smaller in terms of height since the platform covers a lot of the floor space.
Sir, this is exactly what I envisioned my unit. But of course, it's going to be for future reference.
That's good. So this second study, on the other hand, shows a configuration where most of the storage are situated on the walls. The walls on the left and right are actually concealed cabinets.
Sir, if I were your client, I would really think that this is such a great way of designing a studio unit.
Yes, because this makes the area feel narrower but maintains the height. So though we highly recommend getting a designer for your homes, I do understand that not every homeowner will be hiring an interior designer. So with this scenario, you can still actually properly plan your units by starting with the same question. What are your needs versus your wants?
So we still have to know what our needs and what our wants are.
Yes, even without the designer, because of course you will be the end user of the space.
Yes, exactly.
So start with even just a sketch of your layout. Identify your bed position, your desk, side tables, and other furniture pieces that you need. Once you are done with this, you can then look for pegs for each individual item or space. I suggest creating a mood board or even a concept board so even without a 3D rendering, you already have a goal to achieve. Okay, so this is a sample of a mood board that you can start with. Here we placed the basic floor plan and proceeded with some pegs for the bed, lighting, and even the color scheme.
This is really a great start with how we can visually expand the look of our space. Now that we have our vision, can you give the techniques on doing more with less space? I know for a fact that many unit owners are now into space maximization, as small cuts are common occurrence to condominiums. Some size are compact as 17 square meters to 26 square meters. We have actually this studio unit sizes in Gateway Regency Studios and Cirrus along C5. Can you let us in on the techniques? And what about if I start with the kitchen area of our condominiums?
You can't really do much in terms of aesthetics for condominium kitchens since they are already part of the turnover. So the key with the kitchen cabinetry are organizers.
Yes, organizers. Personally, it was during this time when I did discover how great organizers are. It really helps me organize my kitchenwares and ingredients.
Yes. This will help with the maximization of the space underneath your counters and overhead cabinets. To show some samples, there are different kinds available in the market, such as corner units, plate and cutlery organizers, and even organizers fit for the space underneath your sink. To show some samples from Hafele, This is a corner unit solution, so you can properly store items in those hard-to-reach corners. This is applicable for kitchens with an L-type configuration. So another one, this is your typical kitchen organizer for pots, plates, and glasses. Next is a cutlery organizer for drawers. And finally, an under-sink organizer for maybe some small cleaning tools. So one other thing that you can customize for the kitchen would be the splashboard. This is the part where you can add visual interest in the space. We normally place patterns or sometimes mirrors or reflective materials to create visual depth. So this is a nice sample. The printed tiles create a good contrast between the plain white cabinetry, adding character to the space. Another sample is the application of this brick-type tile in herringbone pattern. So moving on to the living and dining areas, focusing on compact units such as studio and one-bedroom condos, the number one request that our team usually receives would be storage. What we normally end up doing is incorporating storage units on walls all over the interior, mixing them with accent display units and making them appear as one single unit. This way, your eyes wouldn't have so much to look at. Here are a few samples. The wood slat paneling on the left side of the photo is actually a storage unit housing some glassware. We designed it in this manner since the client wanted a very clean-looking interior. This is another good example of a hidden storage. The gray padded panels on top and beside the TV houses additional storage. Another example, this one is an open storage for books and other accessories with a space for the TV as well. And lastly, a storage unit that mixes both a closed and open storage can be seen on the right side of this photo. So other than creative storage solutions, another trick we implement is applying mirrors and other reflective materials. This is a pretty old trick in interior design, but it really goes a long way.
Yes, I must agree, sir. And I believe that mirrors make the unit appear more spacious than it actually is.
Yes, it adds so much visual depth into a space that it makes you feel like you almost doubled your floor area. So we usually add this in the dining areas where there are less furniture pieces. Here are a few samples again. As you can see, the mirror created a sense of depth in the dining area. We also applied the mirror backing at the headboard of this studio unit. Adding mirrors onto tight spaces like this minibar makes it look so much deeper than it really is. Another technique is using multifunctional furniture. Samples of this would be sofa beds like this one.
Yes, this sofa bed, I can see that it looks very efficient. And I believe with this, may enjoy ko yung siesta time.
Yes, you can even use this when you have guests na bibisita sa'yo. So another sample is a sofa with pull-out storage compartments. This one is a coffee table that turns into a desk, which is a really great idea.
Couldn't agree more. This is really great since I love coffee and I would love this to be a piece in my home.
Correct. This one naman is an ottoman with storage inside. And this one I really like, a dining table with cutlery drawers. Lastly, which a lot of people unfortunately don't take into account when buying pieces for their homes would be the scale. Choosing the right sizes of furniture would totally change the comfort of your homes.
Naku, I think I am among these people. Usually kasi I would just consider the design without realizing that the furniture was way bigger and it wouldn't actually fit in the unit.
Yes, no, that's why it is important to actually measure your areas and measure the furniture that you're going to buy.
Yes. Thank you for that, sir.
So moving on to the bedroom areas, personally, I feel like the bedroom is anybody's or everybody's most personal space. And how it would look like would be totally defined by the owner's lifestyle. So the choice of furniture, most especially the bed, is very, very crucial.
Sir Mauro, given that, what are your recommendations on how to design the bedroom area?
Okay, so for example, an active or athletic owner would want more moving space. So a Murphy bed would be a great choice for him or for her. This would allow for more activities since it can be tucked away on a wall if there is a need for more moving space. The bed neatly tucks away on the wall, revealing a sofa and more floor space.
This sounds really interesting, knowing that any design that speaks about one personality is possible pala.
Yes, that is correct. So another scenario, maybe a collector or a book lover would need a lot of storage space to keep the collections. So a bed with maximized storage or even an elevated platform would suit them well. In this sample photo, you can see that there are shelves on the platform along with a media unit that doubles as a reading desk. The platform also serves as hidden compartment for boxes and other books or collections. Lastly, a technique you can use is to maximize the space vertically. Okay, so what do I mean by this? Some clients have things that needs to be fixed onto a specific space all the time. Taking, for example, maybe a gamer or a video editor, configuring a small unit to take advantage of the height would make much more sense. To clearly deliver what I'm explaining, here are a couple of samples. This one is an elevated bed with a study desk underneath. The steps going to the bed were also ingeniously utilized as additional storage. I can imagine this working so well for students, gamers, or even young professionals who are working from home.
Yes, exactly, sir. Sir, given these wonderful designs, I am pretty sure that all our gamers and video editors who are currently watching will surely love this episode. These are such great inspirations.
Yes, exactly, Haina. This one is one of my personal favorites from our completed projects. This is a small shared bedroom for two growing boys. We added a platform on top of the beds to allow for toy and book storage.
That was such a great project from your team, sir. Congrats!
Thank
So
you.
moving forward, can you give us tips on how we can design our compact toilet and bath?
So much like the kitchen area, the TNB is usually furnished already upon turnover. To avoid additional costs to the client, what we normally add is just a medicine cabinet with a mirror and maybe a few shelves to discourage clutter. So here's a sample photo again. Display shelves were installed on top of the water closet for plants and maybe a scented candle or a diffuser. Beside the shelves, a concealed medicine cabinet installed behind the mirror. Apart from these minor add-ons, if the TNB does not come with a niche for toiletries, we also encourage installing organizers at the shower area. This can be easily purchased at any Robinson's department store.
Thank you so much for that, Sir Mauro. We all know that less is more, and with condominium units, smaller units come with its own benefits. From an interior designer's perspective, can you share with us the advantages of owning a compact condominium unit?
Okay, so this is another good point of discussion because yes, having less space does come with its advantages. So the number one for me would be maintenance. This is a bit self-explanatory since having less space means having less areas to clean and maintain as well.
Yes, we don't have to worry about the space that we have to clean up.
Yes, that is correct. So second would be the cost to furnish it versus having a really big unit. Third would be the focus it will create for you in terms of limiting your purchases. It will help you as a homeowner to narrow down the things that really matter to you. And fourth, and the most important for me, is social interaction with your loved ones. Having a smaller space would encourage more interaction if you're living with your family or if you have loved ones coming over to visit.
Yes, thank you so much for that, Sir Mauro. And before we end this interview, can you leave our viewers a few words or an ultimate tip of all?
To our viewers who are planning to start their renovation, to make it easier for you, always start by asking yourself your needs and what are the things that really matter. Remember that when it comes to homes, it's not just about making it Instagrammable or pretty. The goal of interior design is to elevate the owner's way of life.
Couldn't agree more, Sir Mauro, when you mentioned that when it comes to home, it's not just about making it Instagrammable or pretty. And with that, thank you so much, Sir Mauro, for sharing your expertise with us and with our viewers.
Thank you, Haina, for having me as your guest for this episode and for the opportunity to share some insights about interior design.
Thank you very much once again, Sir Mauro, for sharing your tips and expertise with us. I am pretty sure that all our viewers learned a lot today.
Thank you again and stay safe, everyone.
Stay safe, sir. If you'd like to catch up on more episodes just like this and know more about our well-designed and masterfully planned projects, make sure to like and follow our page, or you may call us at the following numbers flashed on the screens. Once again, my name is Heine Consina, and thank you for sharing your time with us. Stay tuned for more exciting episodes only here at Meetups by RLC.